Hello everyone, hello. How's everyone doing? How you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope that everyone's had a fine weekend. Mine's been a little rough. It's why I didn't stream yesterday. I had a lot of stuff going on. And yesterday kind of sucked overall. It was not the greatest of days, one would say. But we're back to streaming today. I didn't want to leave you guys with no Elden Ring content for like an entire 3-day stretch. That would be rude of me. That would be evil of me. No Nathan Nightmare content for 3 days. I don't think I could do that to you guys. Jokes aside. How you guys doing? Hope everyone's had a good day. And, hope you guys been having fun. Don't know what anything you guys been up to? Anything in specific that was noteworthy, mentionable, or anything like that? Or we just kind of chill and vibe and trying to have the days go by, you know? Also, let's go to music and actually get the game going. By the way, for those curious to why sometimes you don't hear like the... You did tell me about the... You literally, it was like the only thing you've sent me today, like, at all, gamer. I know you have bad memory, like I do, but, like, goddamn. It's, like, literally, like, you've said, like, 5 things to me today. And that was one of them. But, so just to go over something here real quick, if you guys are curious why we sometimes don't have menu music here, so I have other music going, it's because the game basically is a little bit goofy, and when it tabs out, it completely mutes everything. And when I open the game, sometimes it will force itself open covering my screen in order to keep doing the stuff I need to get done for like streams, again, everything I need to do. Tab out, move my mouse out, and it'll sometimes be fine. Other times, it will then close down, shrinking down, and no noise. Tonight, I'm tasked with staying in the living room with her for the night. Alright. So I guess you're not moving all night. We had a similar situation happen a couple years ago where we kept a dog for like a day or so. I don't remember the exact reasonings why or what. I just remember that we did. Like, I really don't remember much. It was just this, big puppy that we found, and I think we kept for, like, a couple of days before we did something. I just remember what that something was. I know we'd considered actually, like, taking them in. I think we were waiting for, like... Oh, I think I remember what it was. I think, like, there was, basically it was a dog that had been found out nearby, basically, and there were some people who were going to be taking them in, but needed like a little bit of time before they could, so people were just kind of holding on to them. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. Like, I could just be wrong. I don't remember. It's been years. But we had a basically not like a low, it was like a pretty big pupper stay with us for like a couple days. They were a complete sweetheart too. Yeah, dogs are nice. Spirit calcium? I don't know what it says. What is this? Ah, crafting. I thought it was like going to be a consumable to give me shit. This is a big ass place that I don't want to go down just yet. I want to explore around the rest of this place before I start leaving instantly. Hello, Alexis. Hello. Math? What do you mean, math? Oh, calculus. No, it's calcium, clearly. I much prefer spirit calcium over spirit calculus. Spirit calculus sounds awful. Man, I'm fucking dead. I shouldn't have to be doing math. And I know it was a... it was a joke. That's just... absolutely insane. How are you doing, Lexus? Never seen this game. This game is awesome. Elden Ring is fantastic. Are we talking about math, the mineral, or Howard's heart that's a living fire? All three simultaneously in differing universes. I'm doing okay. Weekend's been a little rough. Yesterday, a lot of stuff basically happened that made it quite a headache of a day for me. And actually, speaking of headaches, have a headache now. But I'm just hoping things get better, you know? Got calculus, calcium, and calcium. It's the triple threat. I started the DOC. Nice, Sully. How are you enjoying it so far? And are we doing like beat the base game in 23 hours? Nice. Nice. You just realized? Alright. What did you just realize? I am not enjoying it at all that much. Alright. What are your problems with it then? If I may ask. Especially since you're a longtime Souls fan, I'm very, very curious to what it is you're not enjoying. I sprained my ankle, that's why I haven't been playing or joining the lives. Oh, that's totally understandable. Yeah, take your time for like rest or whatnot, you know? Rest is always like the most important thing. You know, like focusing yourself, always the most important thing you can do. You're not done in Shadowkeep at all. Gotta go back in and keep exploring, my guy. You've got to get to the top. Well, hold on a moment. Let me at least, I don't know, maybe make it to the next Grace. Can I at least explore here a little bit? Bosses are hard, but really didn't expect them to really just go burrow with the damage output. What is your scatter fragments at? Because they're incredibly important. And having low scatter fragments can... Oh god! Is that miss, bro? Towards the beginning. Alright. I'm assuming that the first boss you're dealing with is... Well, what boss is it you're dealing with right now? Just to clarify. Because if you want... Yeah, but Shadowkeep is required to finish this area you're in now. That's fine. I just want to explore a little bit. I've beaten several bosses at this point. Alright, which one? Wacky damage. Yeah, she's very wacky. She's very goofy indeed, due to her very fast and relatively long string of attacks. I apparently beat her in a funny way, because I technically didn't see like one of her most terrifying things that she could have done. So, so you said you're at 6, meaning that's like you've collected 6, or like you've upgraded 6 times? Just to again clarify, because I, didn't think about my own water. Bitch, what are you doing up there? Being annoying shit, clearly. Wrong. Similar to Melania, but she's just not fun like Melania. I didn't find her to be too difficult, but also obviously I'm using like summons and like the ashes or the spirit ashes or whatnot. So I don't know how quite as often it would have been solo. Probably would have been a lot more difficult. And that's fair to not find them like as fun as other ones or whatnot. See, I do notice, yeah, see, I had a feeling there was something like that. Like I said, I know my experience obviously differs heavily because I am using, like, all the tools, and I know a lot of people not. What I would say is my criticism for a lot of the bosses is actually partly actually coming from some of the bosses I've dealt with, as well as, just a general criticism I found. So that's pretty nice. This guy spent over 3 hours fighting him by himself on YouTube. Fighting who? Who's him? I see we have more scorpions again. Oh. Can I? Oh, okay. Okay. That's a pretty funny wombo combo. That's fair, that's fair. It was on New Game Plus. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right, honestly. But, sorry, what I was gonna say is that, my issue with a lot of them... So, the thing is, right, a lot of the bosses normally in, like, the base game, you kind of have a bit of time at the start of the match to prepare yourself a little bit. You know, like, oh, you know, I've just loaded in, so I'm gonna, you know, place down my spirit summon, and especially for, like, me who uses, like, the mimic teal, because it uses HP, I usually need to restore that HP, like, relatively quickly if possible, and most bosses usually give you enough time to do this. Even if it's, like, just, you know, sometimes scraping by a little bit, and some bosses, can be exceptions here and there, but for the most part, usually you have time to breathe. A lot of the bosses in the DLC don't give you that. Especially because a lot of the ones I can think of immediately are, like, mounted type boss fights, which are also just fights I dislike personally. You really... Ow! Like, you can't thank you. It's actually a pretty nifty armor set, and I do like its, look. The armor set's pretty good visually. Hi there. I need to heal up a bit. Every DLC is not designed to be balanced on New Game. Oh yeah, that's definitely true for sure. Doing New Game Plus is a choice. The other thing is that a lot of them, like, don't give you the funny moon move. Ah, yes, the ball breaker. But just like the fact that they don't, or like giving you breathing room at the start, it feels really rough. We're just gonna drop down. And I tried jumping. That move is jank as hell. I cannot actually say it. I didn't experience it. Quite literally, they did not use it in my attempt against them at all. Oh, Ballo. I knew this was here. Knew all along. But yeah, no, I can't say how it feels. I'll take your word for that because I've never seen a jump fail to dodge it. And I can't say I can't speak here though because I don't like go watch a lot of I don't really watch a lot of people who do Elden Ring content. Like Elden Ring isn't like a game I think I've actually gotten and watched anyone, because I do watch a few content creators who do like Elden Ring stuff. I also can't think of anyone. I don't think I've actually watched any of those, so I can't say I've seen anyone fight them or how they damaged, like, dealt with it a lot. When it's up, yeah, that is true. It really is. That's fair. I'd actually take a step further and say it can be a little frustrating when you have to learn the timing of something when it's right at the end of the battle. So if you only get like 1 or 2 attempts at it every single time, and you keep dying to it because it can, you know, do a lot of damage, it can feel really, really rough. Well, what are the criticisms? Is it just that one boss, or do you have any other general reasons for disliking the DLC so far? Because my big criticism is just the amount of mount-based or mount-esque fucking enemies, like, as bosses, has just... I really don't like mount fights. Performance is ass. Yeah, that's fair, and yeah, I can agree. Performance is not the greatest. That's just straight facts. House, but fucking hell. Yeah, no. You're... I've heard from, like, everyone, basically, that the optimization and just running of the DLC is not the greatest. Trampoline moon attack is funny. I love getting dribbled like a basketball. That's crazy. Lyra had noted. Let's see if we can get to another grace. Like, that's where I'll head back is our next grace. So, optimization, at least so far not at least a fan of one of the fights. What about the other fights? Like, do you have any criticisms about the other fights? Do you find them just not to be terribly fun either? Or is it mainly just, Walana? And again, sorry if I'm like asking too many questions and if it's annoying or something. I'm just very like curiosity based and I love hearing like people's opinions on stuff. You know, that's fair. Hi there, buddy. I've never seen them do that. The optimally faster and better way to kill one of those, by the way. I find that really funny. I know that using the weapon out is not actually the most optimal way for killing these fuckers. I just do it anyways because I like the weapon out. And don't mind the questions are good. I'm glad to hear that. Because I know some people, I've definitely, in the past, previous, I know I've annoyed a few people before because I just would ask a lot of questions. And I know a lot of people have been very quick to voice their opinions on the DLC. So I'm very curious to hear a lot of them too. What you're drinking? It is flavored water. This is lemonade. It's literally just like, basically, it's lemonade. It is somewhat tedious. The mines are pretty much a waste of time with 4 and 5, so no bosses at the end. Yeah, that's fair. Other than like the couple of like weapons or other little things, I will note that yeah, the fact that there's been no bosses was very weird. It's something I'd even noted of like the first one you find these. Like when I went through them, I was like, there's no bosses at the end of it. Might like playing Hogwarts Legacy. I mean, I might, but I don't really have any plans for playing Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not really that interested in playing it. There's also a lot of weapons I can't use. Sounds like a respec issue. I say this jokingly. I totally get it. Trust me. When it comes to like finding a lot of weapons you just don't want to use, totally understand. Feel very left out as a spellcaster. Yeah, I've heard that complaint for sure. Is that spellcasting feels very lackluster in this DLC. There's not many like new spells or staffs and whatnot to find. You just not really there is something I have heard. So, and I know I've barely come across anything other than like a couple of spells you can get as like boss drops, and also like ones or two like things for spellcasting, like staffs or whatnot. So I'm gonna have to agree with that for sure. And can understand that being frustration, because like I'd have the same frustration if I went into the DLC and there's no dex weapons for you that you're like, it'd all be like big bonk weapons for strength, and I'd just be like, man, this is just disappointing. So yeah, I can totally understand that disappointment for damn sure. For modded reasons. Are you gonna elaborate? Look into that at all? Damn that. So far, a lot of your complaints seem relatively well-founded. Optimization, yeah. Lack of real stuff for spellcasters, yeah. Not liking a boss fight, I mean, yeah. No one's required to like boss fights. How I've disliked a big chunk of them, but like I said, mine's mainly like a lot of like the mounted fights or whatnot. I found them to have been very boring. Oh yeah, yeah. More engaging boss fights as opposed to overbearing DPS monsters. You see, what I really think that needs to be like seen and done, because obviously the DLC is still relatively new. At the end of the day, I know that a lot of people have complained about the difficulty, and a lot of people have said that the boss damage is overkill. And I think that that's because people have yet really figured out the best way to go about a lot of things when it comes to this DLC. Because it's added in something completely different and unique that no other DLC in the past for any Souls game ever has. A completely unique leveling system with the scatter tree fragments. Lexus, I'm not sure. When it comes to where I am in the... I beat like the whole base game. This is the DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree. And I can't say I know how much I have left to it. Because it just released, so like I don't have like a progress meter. And there's also a lot of stuff I know I haven't like fully completed to like this or that. I'd say I'm probably at least halfway through if I had to guess, maybe further, but I don't know for sure. More boss like Melina, I was expecting difficult, perhaps relatively quickly defeatable. It's kind of hard to compare the bosses that beaten something like Gale from 3 or Artorias from 1. That's fair. I would say that I've liked some of the design choices for some of the DLC bosses, and I've disliked others. So I really liked the Dancing Lion fight. I actually thought it was visually really nice. And really enjoyed the feeling of the Dancing Lion fight. And it actually didn't feel too bad. The only real like, I guess, annoyance I had with it was that it's a little unpredictable, because the moves are very difficult to, like, track, but, like, they didn't bother me that much. I actually rather like the fight overall. Uh-oh. Chat, I'm about to make a bad decision. The Rolana fight, again, I'll mention that I did use summons for, so I know my difference is my experience is very different from what a lot of people went through, because I basically used all the tools at my disposal. But I didn't actually dislike it. I thought it was visually very awesome. But I also know that I didn't get to experience the entire, like, parts of the fight, like the one fucking ball, as I always just call this spell, ball breaker. I just didn't come across that. Yeah, I just didn't use it. But if the frame drops when a thing and the high damage makes things feel more NES style trial and error, then okay. That you dodge early or late, etc. It was very boring. That's fair. That's fair. I think I can definitely understand the Dancing Lion criticism of the frame drops. That's very fair. Again, the frame, like, if these issues get fixed, I think some of these issues that people have with the DLC will go away. And I know a lot of people have complained about the damage, and they felt like it is just very high overall. I think I don't know how many Scatter fragments you can have before taking on the first boss. I'd love to know if, like, people have found every single fragment and, like, how many you can have before that, and see what I guess is the maximum potential with that. And then, like, seeing what that damage output is. But I mean, like, between stuff like that and obviously certain consumables you can have, like eating some nice crab. Oh wait, I don't want to deal with this fucking asshole. Oh, I'm out of the summon range. Well, that's problematic. Look, he doesn't know where I am. Chat, he knows where I am. This guy pisses me the fuck off. Honestly, I don't feel like fighting him. Fuck this, I'm just going around his ass. Drops a tree for. Alright, fine. But yeah, I can understand finding Rolana very boring. Again, like, I can never criticize someone for, like, I find this boring or unfun, because, like, that's a fair criticism. You know, I'm waiting out some regeneration here. Agree to disagree? Well, gamer, like, they're not saying that it's like a, again, like, they're just saying a personal preference. Like, you can't, it's understandable because everyone has their own opinions on what they do and don't enjoy. That's like saying, you know, I can't understand why someone wouldn't enjoy a game like Dead by Daylight, right? Like, everyone has their own enjoyments and things they look for in a game or whatnot. Well, I get that, but, like, what I'm more saying is that, like, I can understand that, like, Not that I specifically agree, but I can understand them having their opinion because everyone has their own different likes and whatnot. That's more or less what I mean. When you're just making something, you can't understand anyone like you not like loving it, you know. Upgrade potential for an area. Accepting an option end game post game area. Well, I mean, what do you mean by? Well, I mean this kind of is a end game / post game area though, isn't it though? I mean, because this is meant for after you beat the main game. You're supposed to be like about 150 going in. So, doesn't that technically fall under those exact criteria? What do you mean by that? It would be if they want to communicate. How does including them make them not? Ow. Would not be strong. Yeah. That's because they wanted... That's because the dev side like to do that so that you couldn't just like high level and basically over level and steam walk the DLC. Ow. Why is he not focusing at all on the summon, by the way? I've never think I've had a fucking enemy ignore summon so much. Okay, I won't roll out of the way of any of these. I will be a shaft and eat all this damage. Apparently I've become a face tank and I didn't even know it. Anyways, I've seen them a few times now, but is this white carrot that kind of invite you like a helper? No, that's okay, so let me elaborate, Shark, in a moment here real quick. So everything you do in the base game is somewhat irrelevant, therefore the DLC upgrades have to be held on to their own merit, since the base game upgrades have very little to do with your power level. I mean, I guess, but at the same point in time, like, they wanted to make it so that the DLC could still feel impactful and actually still give it a difficulty curve. So that you literally couldn't just walk through it like it was absolutely nothing. So they let them be able to try and build up and try something new, you know? Which can definitely feel a little bit difficult at the start. And I guess it's just fair isn't wrong. Any character that isn't this can't balance a Rolena based off your maximum amount of fragments you can have. Also, let me stretch here real quick. Oh, did stream? No, stream didn't die. Sorry, I thought stream died for a moment there. Maybe not a maximum, but maybe they're balanced around like an expected amount for when you take them on. Maybe that's what it is, right? Because think about like how they would design rest of like game bosses or whatnot. Like it's probably balanced somewhat around the expected like point in time. Not enough. I guess that depends on like how much of the area like did you manage to explore before going to fight them. Maybe you more or less didn't do enough exploring and therefore didn't get enough scatter tree fragments to be able to qualify around what their expected like amount is. I don't know how many there is maximum, so I don't know like where things would fall in place. I'm still kind of experiencing, right? So I could be wrong. Like, I'll just fully admit, my theory could be very wrong because it's speaking out of a place of just that, a theory, right? Because I don't have all the evidence to even work with in the first place or all the knowledge. So I'm trying to fill in gaps as much as possible with what would at least make sense to me. Yeah, sure. No, I don't think I'd survive that, honestly. There's just a dude's waiting there for us. Huh. Noted. Just like that in principle, I feel like you should not have scoured the DLC to not get 3-shot by every boss. I mean, I guess, but I think it was probably there to incentivize people to actually explore around and go around the map, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what, like, metric they used or whatnot, and maybe things are overtuned, maybe they aren't. I really can't say I know for sure. I'm not a game designer or a game balancer. And I will say I felt like they have dealt a lot of damage, but I can't say I found all of them to be, like, too much. Some do, like, some attacks, though, feel like they might be a little overtuned in the amount of damage they deal, for sure. Like, I've had certain attacks. I think I had one attack literally, like, pure shot me. From 4 HP. How do I get down there? It seems like how I'm supposed to get down there. Oh, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna say much, but has been mixed to negative. That's fair. That's honestly fair enough, you know? I've actually enjoyed it a bit. Well, I've enjoyed it for the most part, but I can say I have not enjoyed a lot of the bosses. I found most of the bosses to just not be that fun to go against. And I've had some where it really just did feel like I was just bashing my head against a brick wall. And it would just eat through all my resources. There's one fight. Have you, Sully, so you said you're not all the way through, so I guess... Uh-oh. Help! Alright, we gotta go here, I guess. Well, since I'm teleported, we might as well go back to... Oh. I didn't teleport in time. My bad. Alright, I need to go back for those rooms. Not fun is my experience. Hold on, that's fair. Yeah, I forgot it would kill me if I didn't do anything. I already do have to go in those managed to go down. But I guess, there's a boss that I want to mention that, like, there's two specifically that really were, like, absolute frustrating fights for me for whatever their reasonings were. One of which I do chalk up to a bit of, like, I got really tired by the end of it and was just in a really bad mood and kind of just kept throwing myself up against a brick wall in a sense. But I don't want to, like, spoil things for you because I believe you're still doing the DLC. So it's really hard to, like, talk about this one without, like, possibly spoiling it because I don't know if you've reached it. So I guess, there's at least one boss fight I will say that I was really much not a fan of and how they designed it. it just really irked a lot of annoyance out of me. I don't need to go in here. I need to go another way. Hi there, buddies. Wait long. That's alright. But yes, it's just, there's definitely some boss fights I've not been a fan of. Specifically two. That really annoyed me. And they actually both share some commonalities. The one, at least, I want to give one credit for. It doesn't share some of my complaints I've mentioned for out of this. On the whole, like, time to breathe moment. Like, you do tend to get... time to breathe with it. You can more than easily set yourself up for stuff and things. Have I not been in here before? Are you guys aggressive or not? You guys are. Yeah, there's one fight in particular that really, really irked me. We don't need to go this way for my souls. This is just the wrong way. Would be really bad. Yeah, I definitely expect you to be able to get one shot by... Ow. I don't think that's the right way. Hi there, buddy. Who invited you to the party? I mean, I guess it would really depend. I think anything can obviously hold up depending on how good you are at being able to just not get hit by a lot of those attacks. Don't kill me. Thank God. I do not trust torrent fall damage ever. That shit is the most... You are playing roulette fucking experience ever. Like, that is the real sense of gambling in Elden Ring. Taking fall damage with torrent. With that logic, I mean, fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Oh, I think that the concept they went with interesting. I guess it probably just doesn't work with everyone, you get me? Alright, so if I need to go all the way to top, it's from here. And I think at the end of the day, it's at least a cool thing that they tried something different instead of always going with old reliable. Oh no, it's from here. I've never gone over here or whatnot. Let me do this. That's right. I actually forget you have to go from a little bit lower. But I'm assuming this is how it'd go all the way up. Here, just stay in that to me. Oh, 100% necessary in a max level would be miserable time. Probably. Honestly, you're probably right. And it was. I totally get like not liking that direction that they take. It's definitely a, it's a choice. And it's very different when, again, from what a lot of people are used to. You know, most people aren't used to walking into a DLC and having, you know, it feel like they suddenly are, you know, going in naked comparatively, you know? Oh, let's go gambling. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yup. That is literally torrent fault in this moment. There's like, fair enough. Sorry. If my wording's a bit off sometimes, sorry. My not always the best at, like, wording myself. Ow! I really fucking hate these guys. No. Wrong. I don't want it. Help! He's acting! That's illegal! No! Stop acting. You're not allowed to act. We don't act here. Oh, well, there goes all that healing. Oh, there goes that healing. I'm just gonna face tank this shrine. Oh, this attack! I really fucking hate these guys. Saying that the amount of fragments they have to develop, I'm not a fan of the boss. That's fair. Again, I'm not a fan of a lot of the bosses. Yeah, I totally understand that. Expect me to explore more. I'm also not a fan of the boss. Yeah, no. I can actually agree with you on that one for damn sure. I've enjoyed some of them, which I wouldn't expect the been a bosses you've not enjoyed as much. So I'm wondering if you enjoy the bosses I've not enjoyed, because that'd be really funny. There's if nothing else, that'd be really funny that I'll end up enjoying like bosses you didn't like and vice versa.